Hello everyone, this is Bobbin Threadbare, and welcome back to a scene of utter devastation.
From barrel hoops to blades, I've got it all. But I'm guessing you're more interested in blades.
Also a blacksmith whose life I saved.
Let's play cards. Gwent wouldn't be bad.
And like I've said before, even though I saved this specific blacksmith's life, he was a person in distress in the last video. He does not reward me. He does not acknowledge that fact. And so this is what I was talking about, where the whole person in distress thing is kind of broken, kind of busted. Anyway, at least he does have a Gwent deck, so I've got that going for me. Looks like there's a couple fives on the field. I could deploy the Scorch I've got, which is why I decided to throw in the hero card. Okay, let's see. I think I might just throw this round. I've got another chance to use my spy card after all, thanks to my leader ability. And yes, of course he has a commander's horn, aside from the one he gets for his Didn't expect him to throw the second round. I mean, I know the AI does that regularly, but still. It's weird for him to spend a commander's horn on a round he's going to throw. Anyway, he did deploy the right weather card, the one that monsters don't really have to deal with. And as for me, well, I'm scorching the hell out of his deck. See if you like it. And with that being accomplished... Oh, you fool. Nilfgaard cards don't die. They just get cycled back in. Has a decent number of heroes in his deck, at least. But he's all out of cards. And now I'm not. And just to rub it home. Yeah, one last Scorch. I didn't even play the last three cards.
From barrel hoops to blade, but I'm guessing...
Show me.
You even got anything in here? Any discounts? Well, no. At least not that are obvious and acknowledged. Well, whatever. I can at least sell some junk to you. Just a little bit extra money. Some, chitin or chitin. Never was certain how you're supposed to pronounce that. I need a little extra money, so how about some infused dust?
So long.
Fair winds and following seas.
Alright. So, now that I've played card games at the scene of a massacre...
Greetings. You're in luck. Yesterday, Alf Raptus's longship sailed into port, so we've got fresh goods for you.
Let me see what Hotspur brought in.
Bunch of furs, looks like. Nothing but furs, in fact. And let's see. Yeah, that's the repeat I've got now that I've taken out the Leshen.
How about you take a break from hawking? We play cards instead.
Alright. Oh, and this guy's got a Skellige deck. Don't need the rain then. And I've actually got 2 of the Impera Brigade for once. Let's drop the clear weather and see what we can do. No spies again. And only 1 resurrection card. And this is a pretty bad draw, actually. I mean, at the very least, I do have a decoy. And I can use that decoy to play the resurrection card twice. Yeah, that's right. I've also got 2 15 cards in my deck by this point, and I don't have either of them either. Okay. I would have to play both of my other good cards in order to beat him this round. I've got Resurrection. Plus, I can also steal one of his cards, thanks to my leader ability. Might as well. Oh, he's got the same idea. I mean, fair enough. And I should hold off on playing the Fog for now. Ooh. Good choice. But, you're not gonna get rid of my ranged cards that easily. And actually, that is a good use of a resurrection card, but I don't think you have anything left you can use it on. That's not good. Now we're just wasting time. Ah, damn it. Yeah, that...
Greetings.
How about...
That was the worst possible draw I could have gotten out of my deck. Seriously. I mean, the only thing that could have been worse is only getting 1 Impera Brigade card, but that would have been, like, statistically impossible. You know, he got both of his 15-point cards. And on the other hand, this time I got all 3 spy cards, both of my 15 cards. And a Frost, just to make this round that much easier. No, the 10 I can resurrect is going out. And for that, I will bring back my cheapest spy card. Ooh. And what do you know? I got myself a decoy. So it's time to cycle the spy cards even more. My opponent apparently has the same idea. Fair enough. And what do you know? I got my other decoy. My opponent is just going crazy with those commander's horns. And there we go. Down to 8 cards left in the deck. And I do have my dragon. If I wanted to use it, I could start chipping away at the enemy side. But at the moment, I believe I will dedicate myself to ensuring my opponent runs out of cards. We got 3 left. He might have another resurrection card, that's why I don't want to scorch. Oh no. Whatever shall I do? Bring him back from the dead. Of course. Bring back the dead from the dead someone of equal value. Yeah. Played a really good hand then. But he left the wrong card in his deck. And so with almost a full hand left, I passed on the 3rd round and won because I am Nilfgaard. Anyway, all of that was just as I was on my way further east across the island, exploring. So let's continue where we left off and continue exploring Skellige. Gotta be careful here because that is one hell of a gap. Kind of a sort of a bridge there. But no need to worry about that. Now we do have this tower over here.
The Fiend.
Looks like it's part of this ruin, and that is part of a Fiend's den. Gotta be careful about these guys. What the heck was that? Oh. Screamed at me to make me go blind.
Ran off to its lair to lick its wounds. Need to track it down.
And that's why that happened, because this is his 2-stage boss. Also part of a contract, so I'm feeling a little sad that I ran into this, because it means I won't be able to negotiate for my fee.
Ate only the entrails. Fussy. Might want to look around some.
Alright, but before I track this fiend down, looks like there is a diagram to find.
Fang and claw wounds all over the body, but those indicate feeding. He died from a blow to the head.
Interesting. Now, the fiend could deal a blow to the head also, so it sort of makes it a little unclear. Anyway, I did get some mastercrafted stuff and take some damage from that 10-foot fall. But let's see, which way did the fiend go? I believe it does run off to the north, like further into the ruined area here. Did the fiend cause the ruins, or did it just move in? Probably just moved in. Doesn't seem nearly ancient enough.
Ran this way.
And yeah, sure enough, I have run into the fiend's tracks again. Along with a hidden treasure. Someone's dying of an infection from a wound to the knee. Was an adventurer before then. Didn't become a guard though, just died horribly. Left his 6-year-old child everything he had. And sadly that child will never come across that. Might actually be dead based on what we're seeing.
Came this way, toppling trees. Won't get away this time.
Oh, his health all came back. Ah, dang it. Are you doing that brain thing, that eye thing? Only this time he's gonna attack in the darkness. I'm not gonna let a little thing like blindness stop me. Alright, and there we go. We've solved a contract. Accidentally.
Dead. Just dead. Avenged those boys. There's that at least.
And by the sound of things, I have located all of the bodies of the stupid kids who went looking for this thing. Well, no, that's a little unfair. Could be they were just looking around in general. Didn't expect to find a fiend, let alone die to one. But we've got a contract we can fulfill, and it looks like the person who fulfills it is just around 300 meters away. So I figure, you know... Ooh, horses. I want to try that thing I said earlier. It works. Haha, it works. Yes. Used Axie to make it tame. And it allows me to ride it. Even though there is no point because you can call Roach anywhere and for any reason.
What became of those nice Pharaoh lads who went treasure hunting in the ruins?
I don't know. Run back to the village at once. We shan't see him again.
Steve, why are you talking like that?
Went down to the river to do my wash. Got there. Water was running red with blood.
Someone might have been gutting fish upstream.
Perhaps. We should ask Brenda to make it so. You ain't from Northgard, are you?
Sounds like everybody's talking about those Pharaoh kids.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Mind if I have a look at your herbs?
She's got a pretty good selection, actually. Not that I need to use any of them, but still. It's a bit surprising. I've also got that Fiend trophy, which means I don't need this Leshen trophy.
See ya.
Fare thee well.
Get me better off buying a flock, playing for the elves.
What more to do with me?
Greetings. Any tidings?
Bad ones. Your son's dead, killed by a fiend. All I could do was avenge him.
I told him, son, nothing good ever came out of Pharaoh. Stay home. Your time will yet come for adventures and glory. Your reward. This gold brought me no luck. May it serve you better.
Killing that vermin.
Greetings.
Just a wandering merchant just happened to wander into town at the same time. Figure I could try and sell something at least. But all I've got is out of his price range. I mean, these are pretty expensive. But even so, I only got me one of his things. Meteorite ore might give me a little bit more. Dimeridium, that's actually really expensive. You can see. Alright, that takes care of that, I suppose.
So long.
What the? Where did I end up? Okay, just a little ways out of town, but still. Dang! Well, I am up near Ranveg, which is where I turned in that quest. And I did actually get to that one question mark that I was looking for. That was the hidden treasure that we came across as we were tracking down the Fiend. So, let's continue the treasure hunt. Just following the road vaguely, just in case there's any sort of road signs along the way. I mean, it seems unlikely there was one just back at the town. Even so. And as it turns out, I need to use the road anyway, because there's this big gap here. Alright, so where I'm going here is just in this little crevice, surrounded by drowners, or whatever they call them locally. I'd say that takes care of that.
Drowners are coming out of there. Best blow it up.
Ooh, and Drowned Devil. One of the extra potent versions. Alright, and now that that's been dealt with... Oh, my sword is just, Erendite is 2 more charges away from filling up for this level. Got a couple more along the shore here to pick up. Question marks, I mean. After that, looks like I'm pretty much done with Western Ard Skellige. Oh, there's an actual trail up here. Foot trail, but still. Ooh, guarded treasure.
That stench.
Guarded by some kind of draconid. Well, it's taken to the sky. Gotta put a stop to that. Alright, now let's see what the treasure is. Aside from a bunch of dead bodies. Oh, the treasure is another dead body. And a dark steel plate. Not that amazing, to be honest. But a question mark's a question mark. Gotta respect the grind and all that. Don't have to respect the road, though. Not sure what I meant by saying that, but... yeah, let's take the horses faster. And let's try and get away from that pack of wolves. I'm not dying horribly to them constantly anymore, but still something you want to avoid. And it appears that we have come across one of those sky designs. You know, where people use unusual light-colored stone in order to create a pattern that you can really only appreciate if you are somehow in the air above them. By the way, I've still got that, the one decoction active that gives you extra carrying capacity. That is why I am getting all of those slow-mo moments. It's because one of my active abilities allows me to make use of that. But yeah, sadly, Geralt is unable to fly through the sky, so he as well cannot appreciate the design. But it does look like there are some more question marks in southwestern Skellige. So the next thing I'm going to do is head back to Kertrolde, the town, so I can cut a little time off of my journey by using that road marker. Alright, which of these is closest? Probably Sund. Looks like the least hassle of a journey at the very least. Alright. So I believe taking the trail here will point me in the right direction at the very least.
Come closer, stranger.
Yeah, no thanks. And we go through this lumber yard that I liberated earlier. And I believe that puts us into the pass where the question marks are. But just in case, I'm going to continue following the road here. And hey, what do you know? There is another marker. And a new theme. What's this all about? It almost sounds like the Wild Hunt theme, but not quite. Anyway, what I'm really for is here in this swamp.
Show me what you got.
Got fully knocked around by this cockatrice. Dang. Ooh, red mutagen. Useful. Yeah, I really gotta wonder what's going on with that town. Is that part of a later quest at some point? I don't recall going back there at any point. And looks like we've got ourselves another guarded treasure. Although very poorly guarded, if you ask me. This one came with a letter. Master Sigvard. A mercenary. Hired to capture a siren alive. Presumably by a guy with a flying fish woman fetish. Or maybe he heard a legend about sirens that are much more positive than the reality. Regardless, the mercenary he hired was clearly not up to the task. And so instead of capturing a siren alive, he died. Got another ruin tower over here, and as a matter of fact, the ruin looks rather extensive. And there's that question mark right here. Maybe I should give it a better look.
Might want to look around some.
Hey, sure enough. It is a Griffin School hideaway. Ooh. And there it was. Let's still look into this question mark, though. Ah, it's a monster den. You know, I think I just noticed for the very first time that the particles that explode off of Geralt when he is hit while Quen shield is active are tiny little Quen symbols. I think that's the same guy. Or if not, it's someone with this very similar idea. They hired a... They thought that their son might have turned into a Necker somehow. Not entirely certain how that conclusion was reached, but it was. And so he hired a mercenary to try and identify the Necker son and bring him back alive. Looks like Robert de Mare finally went looking for his son directly, because this letter is addressed to him, not from him. And it appears that the alchemist he was in contact with suggested that most likely what happened is that the Necker in question happened upon his son's corpse and was wearing his shirt because of that. But Robert went down searching regardless, and now he's dead. Anyway, I guess that was the question mark, even though my player icon was pointed in another direction. I do have to wonder what's over here exactly that I was pointed to.
How you like that silver?
It just looks like another bunch of Neckers. Just a group that happened to be on the surface is all. Come on, one more. Alright, guess my sword is fully charged now. Anyway, as you may have seen earlier, I've placed my marker in a new location. This one is that little building I saw that happened to be at the top of this little mountain ridge here. I say little because it's not actually that much higher up than the the swamp I was just at. Very rapid changes due to altitude around here. And if I can manage this carefully enough, I might be able to climb up the side of this mountain just from where I'm at. That would be the goal anyway. Best way to do that is usually in those little cracks, crevices. But it does not look like I'm going to manage to do that easily. As a matter of fact, I just slipped all the way down, and why the heck are you in this stand of trees, Roach? Come on.
Go.
Right. Best way to find out what that little building was might just be to go around the side of the mountains, rather than attempting to go directly up it. Okay, maybe I should, fall into this crack thanks to Roach. Yeah, it looks like I'm closer to the top of the mountain range here than I would be if I kept going around the side. So if I can just get to the very top, it should be easy enough to go across the top of the mountains, like so. Thank goodness, I made it. Alright, just 170 meters to go. Just gotta be careful about how I run across the top of these ridges. Because if I make a mistake, fall down one side, it's going to take a considerable effort to get back up here. And here we are. Looks like it would have actually been a lot easier to get here by just going in from the north. But I made it. I'm here. It's really dark, even in-game. There was a entrance marker on the way in, but that just means that there is a cave system. Doesn't mean that that cave system contains anything worth discovering.
There's something here. Need to use the eye.
Oh, now that's interesting, though. An illusory wall. They don't just put those anywhere. Blood trail. What have I gotten myself into? Hang on. Hang on. I know what I got myself into. I got myself into Robert Demir's mess. Again. How in the... Okay, yes. This one extra path I did not explore earlier, as it turns out, connects to that very same location. Come on. What? I guess you can only climb up when he doesn't have a torch out. But yeah, what I thought was a dead end earlier turned out to be just the end of that level of the path. And as it continued, it went into this old abandoned mine, I guess, with a few good loot containers. I'll give it that. But yeah. As it turns out, the mystery was connected to the other mystery that I had already solved. Well, maybe we should go figure out what that other not a question mark, what that other building is. Once I safely find a way down the side of the mountain here. Okay. Back to the road. Which means it should be safe enough for Roach to travel down. Oh, hey. Are you yelling at me?
What happened?
What happened, damn it? Is that I fell and cracked me damn leg in two.
Stop whining, Peter. I'm ashamed to hear it. Pull yourself together, man. Worst case, Henrik'll whittle you a wooden leg. Old Ollah's got one, and you don't hear him complaining.
Old Ollah's also got lice, stinks, and leaks out of both ends. Yet he don't complain about that either. You two gonna help or no?
How'd you fall?
We set out to light a fire there, atop of the statue's shoulders, for our own glory and that of our ancestors.
Looks like you succeeded.
Aye, but the fire went big so quick Peter jumped back. Lost his balance.
Got lucky anyway. Could have broken his neck falling from that height. This statue, what is it?
An altar to the god of warriors. Any man who dares climb it and light the fire gains the favor of the gods, fame
and an excellent chance of snapping his leg off at the arse. Are you gonna help me or are you gonna continue preaching?
This celandine should help you. Won't mend your leg, but it will make it hurt less.
Thanks. Our undying gratitude, that gets you.
The gratitude of a dying man in my case. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Shut it and show me that leg. Thanks again. God's guide you.
Hard to believe that warrants its own quest. Especially because there's celandine everywhere. Yeah, interesting little bit of Skellige lore, I guess. Something to fill out the world, you know? Anyhow, this appears to be the brown square I saw on the map, and it is not just any tower. This here is a siege tower. Got a couple containers at its base, but for the most part, it's pretty well abandoned. Nowhere near any of the settlements on the island. Oh, no, I take that back. It's close to Fierstall. Why the heck would they need a siege tower at Fierstall? I'm not sure the town even has its own wall. It does not, no. Certainly not one that needs to be overcome with a siege tower. Maybe it was part of an ancient fight between the two clans on the island. Seems about as likely as anything, I suppose. But the thing about Fierstall is that there's a contract here.
As if something was tearing me apart from inside. You should
Oh, a witcher. Hear about the dragon, I reckon.
Tell me about this dragon. What's it look like, for instance?
You don't know? What kind of monster slayer are ye? It's got scales, wings, claws. A dragon's a dragon. No point gabbing. Just go kill it. For it makes more corpses.
Let's talk about the reward. See what you're offering for this dragon. Usually get that much for a necker.
Now that's putting it on a bit thick.
It's a lot, but then a dragon's a lot too. So be it. Accept.
Witchers don't usually kill dragons, but I'll look into it. You said something about victims, right?
Two brothers, Askell and Nillis, went out to hunt, turned into prey. Wounds so horrible, even I went weak in the knees when they brought them in. And I've seen my share of bloody harm. Been on 32 raids, from Povus to the mountains of...
Fascinating story, I'm sure, but I'm more interested in these wounds. Can you describe them?
Look for yourself. Family's only now preparing the boy's funeral. Their corpses still lie in their home, at the village's northern end. Treat the bodies with respect, mind ye, as tradition demands.
That's fine. Just need a good look, that's all.
Well, well. Another come to gawk at the dragon's victims. Perhaps I should start charging for the pleasure.
Perhaps. I wouldn't pay you, though. See enough corpses in my line of work. I'm a witcher. Here because I took the contract for that dragon of yours.
Oh, forgive me. I didn't know. How can I help?
Where were the bodies found?
In the glade past the river. The lads, they liked that place since they were tykes. They'd go there to catch hares.
Might not be easy for you, but I have to look at their injuries.
At least you asked me permission, not like the others. If it'll help you kill the beast, fine. Do as you will.
That's everything for now. Thanks for your help. And I promise to avenge them.
Well, let's see. Missing body parts, I see.
Claw marks, bite marks, but no fire damage. Interesting.
It's unlikely in the extreme that this would actually be a dragon. For one thing, dragons are intelligent monsters, and usually don't just go around murdering peasants just for fun. They don't have to eat humans.
Pretty weak dragon. Couldn't lift a cow, just tore it up and left it here.
Also, they're huge.
Cow's blood. Might lead me to the lair.
Anyway, it may not be a dragon, but it is a draconid. That much is certain. So let's get the bright oil on. And follow this blood trail back to its lair. And yeah, as you might imagine, a dragon is not just a dragon.
Bones shattered. Fell from high up.
So it can carry a dog.
A nest. A Forktail's looks like, but it's empty. No point waiting. Gotta rustle up some bait.
Looks like the nest is in that siege tower I was gawking at earlier. Interesting. Anyway,
I recognize your type a mile away.
Fun story about bait is that there is a dragon story among the short stories for The Witcher. Just a sec.
So will you help with the dragon, or not?
Found your dragon's nest, but I'll need bait to kill it. A sheep, for instance.
Ah, I see. Gonna stuff it with sulfur.
Another ally of the brave little shoemaker. No, I'll manage without sulfur. Just need a sheep, unseasoned.
Fine. There's one I can give you. A bit mangy, but it'll do. Know how to get a sheep to move where you want? Gotta drive it like a sheepdog. Go at it from the left, it'll go right. Go at it from the right, it'll go...
If dogs have figured it out, think I'll manage as well. How do you call a sheep? Here, sheepy sheepy? Hey sheep, come here. We got us a Forktail to hunt.
But yeah, like he said,
Giddy up, sheep. Move along. Hooah.
we're not going to lead the sheep, we're going to drive the sheep.
Away with you.
and apparently they get angry when I try to use Axii on a sheep. At least within town limits. Dang it. Come on, come on. Going the wrong way. Aside from the times when it's just not running at all. But yeah, the Brave Little Shoemaker is actually a reference to both a legend and a Witcher short story, in which a shoemaker kills a dragon by giving it bait and filling that bait with a whole bunch of sulfur. Although in the Witcher short story, they also filled it with stuff like ground up glass and such. Anyway, point is that tactic does actually work in this setting. It's also how Warsaw got founded, according to legend. Okay, finally. It's on the ground. And yep, sure enough, it's a Forktail and not a dragon. Although the game has very kindly given it that name in the on the title bar there.
Go on, sheep. Go frolic. You've earned it.
The health bar, I should say. And I appear to have become overweight again.
Faster.
Wonder how that happened. Anyway, fun story. Fun little fact about this contract. If you return to him and admit that it's not an actual dragon, he will shortchange you.
I recognize your type a mile away.
Even though the contract is really... The contract fee is appropriate for a Forktail. So we gotta just come up here and lie to this man's face.
So will you help with the dragon?
Solved your problem.
And? That it? Tell me more. Did the dragon breathe fire, spit venom?
Yeah, and it had golden scales and smoke poured out its ass like it does out of a chimney.
Just like the skulls sing it. You've earned your reward.
And the princess's hand. But I'll just take the coin.
There's a monster. Up comes the Witcher. Monster's gone.
You're looking ill. Best nurse some lead at the tavern.
But yeah, 323.
Beg your
Run,
pardon.
Roach.
Not a bad fee for a Forktail.
As if.
Especially an old and dangerous one like that. Anyway, I appear to be completely overweight. Barely picked anything up. I think it might be time to finally get rid of all of the damn furs and such that I've been gathering over the past few videos. Let's just disassemble them. That's what I was planning on doing with them anyway. I mean, furs are valuable. Relatively so.
Turns out they spoke the truth about it.
But they're also really heavy.
Birthday tomorrow. I've no clue what to give her.
Maybe a nice little axe. What's your step? Axe? Are you serious?
But if I disassemble them, I will also get a lot of very useful leather goods. Of various sizes and qualities. Sadly, these being the Kertrolda smiths, I do have to wait for daylight hours for them to actually be here.
What's this? It's, adornment. I engraved it. Melt this. Swear back.
Wouldn't mind a look.
I mean, I do have some armor here, but really it's not that much. Get myself a cut emerald, give him some more money. And, oh yeah, all of the saddles. That probably weighed me down too. But even so, with all of that sold, I still have 126 weight. And I need even more money to sell this silver sword. Just a dark steel plate should be enough. And yeah, I'm down to 120 out of 170, even with all my crap sold. I mean, I don't really use these master armor's kits and such. It's easy enough to just repair stuff. Your equipment does not degrade that quickly. And as you can see, when you have enough of them, it does start to weigh you down too. I should put the feline sword away while I'm here too.
So long.
Right, so maybe not today, but soon enough. I'm definitely going to get rid of all of those furs. For as much as those armor kits were weighing me down, it's definitely the furs at this point that are the majority of the excess weight.
Don't eat so much. Why the spit You've seen the white-haired farmer.
These continental dandies come a strutting, then we gotta drag their corpses out.
Alright. Put the silver sword away. Still got over 100 weight, though. I mean, the glyphs, they do weigh something. They aren't, like, completely negligible. Just mostly negligible.
Oh! You're safe with me.
Whoa, what a sword.
Anyway, I've still got some time left here before the video ends. So I wonder what other nonsense I can get up to. There's this question mark just beyond the lighthouse. Could be something worth discovering. Looks like the trees out here have seen better days. It's nice and quiet. Oh, but that's gonna end soon. Bunch of sirens in the distance. Okay, we've gotten ourselves to a hidden treasure. Looks like there's no... Oh, I guess there is an easy way up there. Thought I wouldn't be able to make it, but there we go. Okay, and I guess that was the hidden treasure. No lock or anything. Okay. And the sirens have been keeping their distance, too. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice of them. I'm just curious to see if there's anything special out here on the furthest little... It's not even an island anymore, just a little extra rock at the end. That said, there does appear to be one more island just a little bit further away. And as a matter of fact, this might actually be big enough to be called an island. And not just a rock that happens to stick out of the water. Got a bunch of sirens who all spawned in the same location there. That was interesting to watch. Alright, and here's the question mark. So what have we found? Guarded treasure. Well, where's the Guardian? I mean, I've got no problem with just taking the treasure if it's, if no one's going to try and stop me. But getting to it might be a bit hard. Just depending on how I can climb up the sides here. Okay, sirens are getting a little bit louder. Ah, yep. Gotta be careful, though. Because if I stray a little too far, I'm gonna fall off the sides. Gonna have to climb all my way back up again. Anyway, it looks like this treasure seems to have been put here by some sort of daring adventurer, I guess. Also, it's a long way back. Who wants to see that?
Ah, Geralt. You know I've always liked you. But now it feels like more. You helped my daughter.
A friend's daughter asked me for help. Not in the habit of turning my back in those situations.
But more importantly...
You ever play Gwent?
Ermion taught me the rules and gave me a deck. Wish to play?
Let's play a quick round.
Alright, Croc is a monster deck player. Somehow that makes sense. Anyway, got 3 of my Impera Brigade out, but no spies. Plenty of resurrection cards though, so I might as well go in with that. And hey, an actual card for the monster deck for the ranged row. Several of them, in fact. Kind of amazing to see them. I mean, they are pretty worthless overall as far as monster deck assets go. But it's impressive. I still wouldn't hold on to a fog card just for that. But it's nice to see that the monster deck does have options. Sort of. Huh. I mean, that is the useful card to deploy, but still an odd time to deploy it. Oh, he had another elemental for the back row. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering what to do first here. I mean, obviously the best thing to do would be to deploy the Impera Brigade in force. But he just might have a Scorch card, and wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of that. Oh! I knew it! I knew he would have one. But, because of when he used it, and because I did not use my Commander's Horn, it harmed him almost as much as it harmed me. That being said, the best card... That's just sad, man. Come on.
You're good. You know what, Wolf? I've this rare card here. Take it. It'll be of more use to you.
Thanks.
You might consider challenging a man in Caertrolda village. A worthy adversary, though a mere tailor. Just as his name.
Draug.
Clumsy sot.
Yeah, I gotta say, Croc, you have a really weird monster deck. 2 Scorches, seriously?
Who's this?
These continental dandies come a strutting, then we got a drag there. Here, drink last night too.
Right, anyway. You said Caertrolda village, and so, yeah, we just, use the fast travel to head back down.
no such thing as bad ships or bad weather.
And find the man in question.
Don't eat so much. Why they've spent
And
months
what is this
to get
next
this
you're
forgotten
for?
those herds and oars.
It's gotten pretty dark all of a sudden. And it's only 7. Must be some rain coming in.
I want you to sew these rags together for me.
The fabric's good, but the son of Nilfgaard?
Black One's banners, captured on the continent. Aim to lay him down on my floors.
Oh, well then that makes sense.
Greetings.
Smooth seas this morn, as if the gods themselves were paying their respects to the great Conung Bran.
You a tailor?
I am. Only one in the Isles, most like.
Take it you're good with scissors. Give me a haircut.
Tain't something I usually do, but it wouldn't be right to turn down a traveller.
I was just curious if he would. I'm actually fine with this. Or actually, now that I've noticed, he sort of lost the goatee. His hair is grown in. I actually needed a haircut. Or a beard trimming, at least.
So long. Hey, Shusta. Gladly look at what you got.
Wise man. No common rags among my wares.
Mostly I just wanted to sell you a bunch of crap I don't need. He does have a lot of furs, though. And this is an opportunity to get rid of a lot of this extra junk I don't need. And sell the sword.
Any chance you play Gwent?
Oh, aye. It's a great passion. Wanna play?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Let's hope I get an actual spy card for once. Okay. A spy card. Better than nothing. Going up against Northern Realms, looks like. So I should probably keep this decoy. So yeah, I only traded in one card this time. Oh, yep, here we go. Decoy City. At the very least, I'm making him run out of his Scorch cards. So come on, I dare you. Do it again. Okay, fair enough. But hey, that means that I've made him spend his leader card. And now it's time to cycle the spies some more. And actually, might be a good use of my own. And then, because I have enough power to spare, why not do it now? Even with this high value spy, although if I play the third one, that would go over, so let's just wait on that one. And as Northern Realms, he's only got one resurrection card possible, so that's less to worry about. Oh, hang on, 2. Is Yennefer's a neutral card. Alright, fair enough. But I can use Scorch to kill the spy, and then resurrect him to use one last time. As it is, his actual deck does not look that impressive. I mean, his best card so far has been the neutral hero resurrection card. I suppose he could be saving it for later, but the very fact that he had a couple of 1 point nothing cards And a 2-point nothing card. Does not say too much about his deck. Not sure why this guy was a one of the unique players. Has not appeared to earn that distinction, especially when he's doubling up on the commander's horns like that. I mean, he's got a substantial number of points at this particular moment, but that's mostly because of my spy cards. Oh, now he plays the spy card. For last. That is a foolish time to use your spies. I mean, to his credit, he got his spy cards back. Or he got one extra decoy, I should say. But even so, this is not turning out well for him. So, let's keep my resurrection card in reserve. Huh. Of course. Even so, it hurt him more than it hurt me. 3 scorches, though? Seriously? No, wait. One of them was his leader card.
Bravo! A grand win. Congratulations!
Looks like I've got one more person to find. Grimaced. And for that I got Yavin, who by the look of it is either a Nilfgaardian or neutral.